Good morning, this is your media report for Monday, June 1st, 2015. I'm Sergeant Laurie McGee, Media Relations Officer for the St. John Police Force. From Friday morning, May 29th until today's date, police have responded to 318 calls for service. We would like to hear from anyone that has any information concerning any of our calls or investigations. We can be reached at 506-648-3333, at our email police@stjohn.ca, or you can do it anonymously through the Provincial Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477 or on their website at crimenb.ca. On Friday morning at 8:23, police were called to the Bayside Middle School regarding an assault. A 13-year-old male was arrested for assaulting a female student when he used a lighter to burn a portion of her hair and her jacket. He was released on conditions and he will appear in court at a later date. At 8:57 a.m., police were called to Charles Street regarding a mischief complaint. The caller reports the tires on his vehicle were slashed sometime overnight. There are no suspects at this time. At 9:26 a.m., police were called to the city market for a male who was on a court order not to be there. A 62-year-old male was arrested and held for court. At 9:28 a.m., a 37-year-old female was arrested for theft after police were called to the Walmart West for a shoplifter. The accused was released and will appear in court at a later date. At 5:20 p.m., a 27-year-old female was arrested in the Fundy Heights area for an outstanding fraud. She was released and she will appear in court at a later date. On Friday evening at 7:30 p.m., a 44-year-old male and a 23-year-old female were arrested for a theft from the Walmart West that occurred on May 5th. Both were released and will appear in court at a later date. At 11:45 p.m., police received a call to 2nd Street where it was reported the suspects exited a vehicle with various weapons and caused significant damage to a parked vehicle. The incident remains under investigation. On Saturday morning at 6:53 a.m., an employee from City Fiberglass on Thorne Avenue called to report the windows were smashed out of a company vehicle sometime overnight. The incident remains under investigation at this time. At 8:38 a.m., a caller reports that someone keyed his vehicle sometime overnight while it was parked across the street from his Duke Street residence. There are no suspects at this time. At 9:52 a.m., an employee of Eastside Car Wash on Hickey Road called police to report a vehicle had been abandoned outside the business sometime overnight. Further investigation revealed that the vehicle was stolen from the Sussex area the previous evening. The RCMP were notified. At 11:10 a.m., a 25-year-old male was arrested in front of Romero House for an outstanding bank fraud. He resisted arrest at the time and assaulted a police officer, as well as violating a court order. He was held in custody for a court appearance. At 2:48 p.m., police received a call from an employee of the Boys and Girls Club, reporting that a vehicle parked in the lot off of Crown Street had the windows smashed. At 3:57 p.m., police were called to Dufferin Row, where a 16-year-old male was arrested for violation of a condition of his court order. He was held in custody for a court appearance. At 4:17 p.m., police were called to the area of Union Street for an intoxicated male. A 36-year-old male was arrested for violation of his court order. The accused was held in custody. At 5:53 p.m., police responded to Metcalfe Street for a domestic assault. The female victim received minor injuries, and a 47-year-old male was arrested for assault and later released on conditions, and he will appear in court at a later date. On Saturday evening at 8:34 p.m., police responded to Mecklenburg Street after receiving a call from a male regarding a break and enter. Suspects cut the padlocks off a vacant apartment that had been broken into last week. Nothing was reported missing, and the investigation is continuing. At 1:55 a.m., a 54-year-old male called police to report that he'd been robbed twice by the same group of 3 males operating a silver-colored vehicle as he walked home. A second incident occurred on Rossley Avenue at Russell Street. During these robberies, he was robbed of an undisclosed amount of money and personal items. The victim was assaulted during these incidents, but he did not sustain any injuries. The Major Crime Unit is presently investigating these incidents. At 2:50 a.m., police responded to a break and enter at Shoppers, Lansdowne Avenue. The front window was smashed and entry was gained to the business. It does not appear at this time that anything was disturbed. The investigation is ongoing. At 7:25 a.m. Sunday morning, police responded to Davenport Avenue for a stabbing. A 22-year-old female was arrested for stabbing her boyfriend in the facial area. The victim was transported to the regional hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The accused was held in custody for a court appearance. At 5:37 p.m., police responded to Sydney Street residents to remove an intoxicated male. As a result, a 54-year-old male was arrested for violation of a condition of his probation to abstain from alcohol. He was later released and will appear in court at a later date. And that will conclude the media report for Monday, June the 1st. Have a great day and be safe.